Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a while, like it's really been a long time. I made a video probably up to a month or so, but I'm really sorry. It's actually because I've been writing exams, I've been busy with school and all that. But yeah, I have a testimony. So I'm done with my third year, and I saw my results on Saturday and I passed, so I'm making it to internship. I'm so excited, guys. Like, God has been so good to me, and I just can't thank him enough. So right now is a girl, your girl is an intern. So if you're new to my channel, you're most definitely welcome, and if you've been here before and you're watching my video again, you're welcome, you're loyal, you're good, you're the real deal. Anyways, I am Wincy White Wina. People call me Wincy, people call me Wina, but my real name is Wina. Wincy is just a nick. And yeah, you're highly welcome to my channel. Actually today, what I want to talk about is how I survived the academic years of my medical school, because apparently I'm done with the academic year, so I will basically be an intern who would be in the hospital. So I'm just going to be in the hospital for 1 year, just learning all the tricks and whatnot on how to become a doctor. You know, I'm so excited. I am so super excited. So if you want to know how I survived med school academically, if you want to know, then stick on, you know, keep watching, and I'm going to yeah. So first off, the first thing I want to talk about, like how or should I not make it like how I survive? I'm just going to tell you things that will really make you survive med school. So number one is, don't fall sick. I know it's not in our power not to fall sick, but try your best not to fall sick. Take care of your health, you know, eat healthy, you know, exercise as much as you can when you have time to do those things. Eat healthy, because there's a saying, I know it's in pidgin English, and that's, if you know, I used to tell my friends that dead body no they be doctor, meaning only the living can be a doctor. So really take care of your health, you know, eat well, exercise, you know, live a healthy and a happy life. Because when you fall sick, trust me, and you miss out on days in classes or whatnot, the time you take to recover that time you lost is going to be a lot. So my number one deal I'll tell you is, don't fall sick. Try your best not to fall sick. And if you feel like you're getting a bit sick and all that, endeavor to see the doctor. Don't be like, oh, it's going to pass, it's going to go away. There was a time in my med school that for weeks I was having this neck pain, like it was so severe, but I was like, oh, it's going to go, I'm not going to see the doctor and all that. Like, it was going to go, it's going to go. And in that moment, I wasn't settled, because being in the medical field, you'll be diagnosing a lot of stuff. I was like, oh, could it be a thyroid carcinoma? Could it be this? Could it be that? And all that. And when I finally saw the doctor, I think it was probably because of overuse. You know, like most times I study like this or like different stuff, and she just gave me a muscle relaxant, and that was it. It was good. You see, I was just struggling and deceiving myself and stressing myself out of so many things that I was just supposed to see the doctor and it was going to be solved. So if you feel any sort of way, endeavor to see the doctor. Just take care of your health, really, so you don't miss out. Number 2 on my list, if you must survive medical school, it's stay motivated. Get family members close, get friends close who will always motivate you and tell you you can do it, you're almost there, keep striving on, keep pushing on. These were things that I experienced, especially in my first year. My dad was very, very supportive. It was like, you can do it, this, da 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 da, just focus on God, focus on yourself, you can do it, and all that. And also, apart from having motivations from other people, one thing you should have is self-motivation. Motivate yourself. Be like, I can do it, I am good enough, I am strong, I am brilliant. If my seniors can do it, I can do it, and even better. Have that motivation in your life. So another thing I want to talk about is that you should study, 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 and study, and study. Just as the Bible said that faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing of the word of God, so also med school, you only know by studying and studying and studying. Some of us, we just want to be lazy, but you cannot be lazy in med school. You have to study and study. And the worst part is that as you go to med school, you're learning the same things, but only in like higher levels, in hierarchy. You get. So those things you even studied in pre-med, trust me, I promise, I wish I knew this. Those things you studied in pre-med, they are so going to help you. Know that med school is not a marathon. Like, it's not just a marathon, it's a sprint. It takes time, because some of us were just in a hurry. Some of us were like, oh no, I don't know what diabetes is, I don't know the pathophysiology, how am I going to make it? Oh my dear, trust me, if you study it in histology, study it in anatomy, when you study it in different things, study, trust me, you're going to know it. Like, you're going to know it. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. It takes time. Enjoy each moment, enjoy each step of med school. Don't be in a hurry. Like, just do your best, strive. Each level, each level, each step, just take it and take it. Another thing I want to talk about is that med school is not a bed of roses. There are days where you're going to be sad, you're going to be anxious, you're going to fail some exams, you're going to be down, you'll be like, there are some days, trust me, I've been there, that you're going to have the lowest score in an exam, and that would be so devastating. I've been there before. I had the lowest in a particular subject. I was the lowest, and that day was like, I was so sad, like, am I dull, am I this, am I that? But no, in those days, that's where you have to reflect. Like, what did I do wrong? How did I study? Did I really know the subject matter? You pick yourself up, you dust yourself. In fact, those situations make you even want to do better and be better of yourself. So you just dust yourself up, you pick yourself and like, yeah, it has happened, but I'm not just going to wallow in this situation. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to pick myself up, dust myself, and keep going. It's okay to be anxious, it's okay to be sad, but don't remain in that position, because it always happens in med school. It always happens, but it's okay. Keep telling yourself, if your seniors, those above you, can do it, they don't have two heads, you can do it. So yeah, that's another thing. When you're anxious or sad, know it's for a moment and move on. Another important thing I want to talk about, I know it's probably something people don't talk about too much. It is know your lecturers. I know it might sound cliche or something, but know your lecturers. I'm going to give you an example. There are some of my lecturers that they will tell you, read the book. There are some lecturers that will come and tell you, read the book. And there are some lecturers that will tell you, this is my presentation, I have summarized the book for you and I'm presenting it, I am teaching you. Okay, if you don't know, I school in the Philippines, and if I'm not wrong, there are about 3 methods of teaching. So we have the PBL, which is more of student-based, and we have the traditional. I belong to I go to a school which is traditional. That means the teacher teaches us, then we go home, we study further and come for the exams. So I'm actually explaining know your teacher based on my school or based on my experience. So there are some lecturers that will come and tell you that their presentations is what they will bring for the exams. And it will just be stupid of you to leave the presentations which they told you will come for the exam and go and do something else. Do you understand? I had a lecturer that she teaches with the textbook, but the parts of the textbook which she teaches, she's not going to bring it out from the exam. It's the ones she didn't teach that she's bringing from the exam. So you understand, you have to know the methods of your lecturer. I have a lecturer who really loves public health, so he's really into epidemiology, prevalence, this. So when you have his exam, you know that when you're studying, you have to gear more towards that area. There are some teachers that all they want is the pathophysiology. They are really in depth into the pathophysiology. So when you know you're studying for that lecturer, you have to focus on that. I don't mean don't read every other thing, but you have to focus on that. There are some lecturers that they want you to know all the drugs for that particular condition. Do you understand? So when you find yourself in such situation, when you find yourself in med school, be vigilant. Survey your environment. Know your lecturers. Know them very well. Know what they like, what they don't like. Know their methods of examinations. Just know them, and it's going to really make life easy for you, because when you study, you know what you are focused on studying. So that is a plus. I also wanted to say that know that you cannot make it in med school alone. No matter how, if you like, be the most brilliant in the class, you cannot make it in med school alone. Some of us, we are too proud, we are too, I don't know, we feel like we know it all, we have it all, but it's not always the situation. Trust me, you need your classmates. There are some times that mostly my default setting is just to be in a place and just be seated, just be there doing my thing. But trust me, when I got to med school, I had to like come out of my shell and like rapport with people. People know things that you don't know in med school. Trust me, people know things that you don't know in med school. People know simpler ways of doing things than the way you do, that you will never know of. People know the secrets to things that you would not know. So put your ears on the floor. Know people, make friends. See, I'm not telling you you have to visit your classmates at home, play games, blah blah. No. Be nice to them. As you're working in school, compliment them. Just find your way around to be friends with everybody, so that when the good stuffs in school are happening, like, you will not miss out. Trust me, you need people in med school to survive. You really need people in med school. People will show you the way. There are some people that have some, like, how will I put it, some materials even outside school that is supposed to help you with your study. When you make friends with such people and be like, oh, we have such exams tomorrow, the person can even be like, oh, I have this material, would you want some? Like, would you want some? Like, it's water. Joke. Like, my point is, they will be willing to share. They'll be willing to share. And trust me, even having classmates, you'll have that feeling of you're not alone. As a batch, you're going on together. You guys are striving together for the goal to be a doctor. So you really need people to survive. So don't put that mentality in your mind that I can do it alone, I can succeed alone in med school. No. You need people. So I think this is about second to the last I have. I don't know. I'm just talking as it comes and as I remember. So one thing I want to say is keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Trust me, in med school I had people who failed and they had to like just go somewhere willing to continue to be that doctor they wanted to be, to repeat, they don't mind. Some had to just withdraw. The stress was too much for them, like they could not bear it anymore. They were like, I'm done. And it's okay if you feel you're there, it's okay. But that's why I always tell people, don't come into med school because your parents want you to be a doctor. Don't come into med school because, you'll be like, it's a profession that has a lot of money, so I don't care. Don't come into med school because you are pressured. Come into med school because it's what you want to do. because trust me, that's why I talked about motivation. Imagine if you're into med school because it's your parents or for the wrong reasons. Trust me, when you hit that pressure point, like where the pressure is highest, you might break. You really might break. Instead of you to be refined, you might break. So keep your eyes on the prize. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a positive influence in the world we live in. So keep your eyes on the prize. You are running a race in med school. You're running a race. Sometimes you can fall down, but pick yourself up and continue the race, because there is a prize at the end of the line. Okay, so yeah. So lastly, what I want to talk about, honestly, I should have put it in the first part, but I brought it last, is you cannot go through med school without God. Like, put God at the center. God at the center of it all. Trust me, you need God. This life is spiritual, and for whatsoever thing you're doing, you have to fight it spiritually. Med school is a battle, and you have to handle it sometimes in prayers, sometimes with God. I didn't put God first in the beginning of my ways to overcome, to go through the academic section of med school, because some of us Christians, we want to pray, we want to fast, we want to put God first, everything God. Yeah, that is good, but we don't want to put in the work, which is very bad. So God told us that He's going to bless the work of our hands. So there has to be a work for Him to bless. And some of us are not putting forward that work. So that's why you have to be motivated. I said you have to study. You have to do your duties as a student for God to bless. And trust me, you really need God. There's sometimes that the words your friends have to say, the words your classmates have to say won't matter to you, but just the words that God says. There's sometimes that I will come back from school so sad, so down, so depressed and everything. And I just lay on my bed. I'm like, God, this is what happened today. This is how I feel. Some of us, we feel that we have to be all corporate, suit and tie with God. No, God is our friend. You can talk to God as you're talking to your best friend. Sometimes I'm like, God, this is what happened today. This is what this person said that hurt me so bad. This is what happened. God, I don't have money to pay for this. Please provide. Trust me, you're going to need God. And sometimes when I come out of that situation, I am renewed, I am revived, I am stronger, I am better. You understand? So actually, I hope that the few things I've said will really help you. For those of you that are in med school and you're watching this video, I hope that the few things I've said will help. And I wish you well in med school. It's not an easy race, but it's a race that is possible to finish to the end. So yeah, so this brings me to the end of my video. If you think you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And also, I want to beg those watching, please subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell so that when I upload another video, you're going to see it. So I hope that this video has been very, very educative and informative. If you want to see some more videos, or if you have ideas of videos you would love me to do, please leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Know that I love you, but God loves you more. Okay, He loves you more. He loves you more.